Well, good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen. This is Scott Minnie coming to you live from Scott Minnie YouTube Sports Talk. I just want to take a couple of minutes and just chime in on the first game of the NCAA Final Four. Loyola-Chicago in Michigan. What a ride that Loyola-Chicago took us on earlier tonight. It was a great game. They led at the end of the first half. I thought they had it, but then Michigan came back and took it. 69-57. I have the numbers for the game, and I'm going to tell you something. It was a classic. Loyola-Chicago actually had a 29-22 lead at the end of the first half. They gave us an impressive run. But in the end, it was the Michigan Wolverines out of the Big Ten. They'll be playing for the national championship this coming Monday night. Now, here are the numbers for the game. For Loyola-Chicago, Cameron Kurtwig, 17 points. He was 7-11 from the field, 6 rebounds. Clayton Custer had an off night. 15 points, 5-9 from the field. He was 4-4 from the free throw line. He did have 2 steals, and he had the only 3 for Loyola-Chicago tonight. Andre Jackson, 10 points, 3-7 from the field, and he was a perfect 4-for-4 from the free throw line. For Michigan, Mortez Wagner, he had 24 points. He was 10-16 from the field, 3-7 from three-point land, and he also had 15 big rebounds in that game. Charles Matthews, he had 17 points. He was 7-12 from the field, 5 rebounds and 3 steals. Excuse me here. Get a little something in my system here. Now, here are the numbers. Here are the team numbers for tonight's game. Michigan shot 25 of 59 from the field for 42.4%. That's pretty good. Loyola-Chicago was just a little bit better at 23 for 51 for 43.1%. Three-point shooting is what did it for Michigan. They may have only went 7-28 for 25%. Loyola-Chicago only went 1 of 10 from three-point land all night and only shot 10%. Free throws. Despite the fact that Loyola-Chicago went 12 of 14 from the free throw line for 85.7%, and Michigan only went 12 of 18 for 66.7%, that did not make much of a difference tonight. Michigan out-rebounded Loyola-Chicago 36-32. Michigan also out-assisted Loyola-Chicago 8-6. Michigan had 10 steals. That was another big thing that gave it to them, while Loyola-Chicago only had 5. And Loyola-Chicago had 17 turnovers in that ball game to Michigan's 11. And Michigan did have 2 blocked shots along the way tonight. The Loyola-Chicago's 1. So, it was the lack of three-point shooting and the fact that Michigan out-rebounded them 36-32. The assist department, the steals department, basically Michigan went on might as well have just been robbing an Ann Arbor bank or something. I shouldn't sound that way, I'm sorry, but that's just, hey, that's how I feel. And on top of that, Loyola-Chicago did have 17 turnovers. You can't deny it. So, what does this all mean? Michigan's going to play for the national championship on a Monday night. But anyway, you've got to take your hats off to Loyola-Chicago. They took us on a great ride throughout this year's NCAA tournament. I was never so impressed with the way they played. It was a wonderful ride, and I am very proud of the Loyola-Chicago Ramblers. Sister Jean, you and the Loyola-Chicago Ramblers have absolutely nothing to hang your heads about. Look what you guys did along the way. You knocked off Miami. You knocked off the Miami Hurricanes of the ACC. You beat the Tennessee Volunteers of the SEC. You beat the Nevada Wolfpack out of one of the West Coast conferences. And you knocked off Kansas State out of the Big 12. Let me tell you something. What you guys did tonight, you have nothing to hang your heads about. Okay, you're thinking Michigan's the big bad Big Ten, but I'm going to tell you something. Don't ever underestimate the Missouri, some of these low conferences. Loyola-Chicago, they're only out of the Missouri Valley Conference. They may be only out of the Missouri Valley, but they showed me something tonight. They showed me something all throughout the NCAA tournament that sticks out in the minds of the people. They got a bright future ahead of them. And Sister Jean, I want to thank you, and I also want to thank the Loyola-Chicago Ramblers for taking everybody on a great ride like they did tonight. Okay, folks, I want to thank you all for being here tonight. I just wanted to take a couple of minutes and chime in on tonight's game. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. My name is Scott Manning. It's just very simple, nothing fancy schmancy. It's just my name, Scott Manning. Look down, and you'll get to enjoy all my sports talk videos. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. I'll be back with another video in the morning to give you a complete wrap-up of tonight's Final Four. But until then, I want to say good night, good luck, and thank you. I'll see you tomorrow morning, and have a great night. Good night, everybody, and thank you.